Chapter 6, The Silence Between Heartbeats. Aiden didn't remember the moment the car hit him. Only the sound. A loud, crushing crack of metal, the screech of tires, the bright smear of streetlights spinning out of place. Then pain-hot, sharp, spreading through his side like fire. His vision blurred. The world tilted. Aiden tried to move, tried to breathe, tried to call for help, but everything felt far away, muffled, sinking into darkness. The last thing he saw was a stranger's face leaning over him, shouting for someone to call an ambulance. Then nothing. Just a heavy, endless dark. 2 days later, Elias checked the clock again. 9:02 a.m. Aiden was late. He never came late. Elias tried to sit still, but his leg bounced uncontrollably, the room feeling too small, too tight. He stood up, then sat again, then stood once more, a restless cycle that only fractured his calm further. He's just running late, he told himself. He will walk through the door any minute. But the minute never came. By 9:15, Elias's chest felt too tight to breathe. The receptionist knocked lightly. Aiden didn't call. Maybe he forgot. Elias nodded stiffly, pretending that explanation made sense. But something felt wrong. Deeply, frighteningly wrong. The rest of the day blurred. Elias saw other clients mechanically, words leaving his mouth on autopilot. He wasn't there. His mind kept going back to Aiden, replaying their last session, the tremble in Aiden's voice, the bravery, the vulnerability. What if Aiden thought he had crossed a line? What if Aiden regretted opening up? What if Aiden didn't want to see him anymore? The doubt gnawed at Elias with sharp teeth. The next day, another session, another empty chair. Aiden didn't show. Elias felt something inside him crack, a quiet splitting, like ice giving way under pressure. By noon, he couldn't eat. By evening, he couldn't think. By night, he couldn't sleep. He lay awake, staring at the ceiling, replaying every conversation, every moment he might have said something wrong, done something wrong, caused Aiden to disappear. Did I scare him? Did I push too far? Did he think I was rejecting him? He turned over violently, unable to stay still. He missed him. More than he should. More than he was allowed to. And the realization terrified him. Day 3 was a breaking point. Elias stumbled into the office, exhausted and pale. He dropped his bag clumsily, forgetting to lock his office door. His coworker, Mara, noticed immediately. "You look terrible," she said gently. "Are you ill?" No, his voice was hoarse. Just one syllable. She frowned. "You're shaking." "Elias, talk to me," he almost snapped. "I can't." But he couldn't hold the pieces together anymore. "There's a client," he whispered. "He's missing. He hasn't shown up. No call. Nothing." And he cut himself off, jaw tight. Mara stared at him, worried. "Is his name Aiden?" Everything inside Elias went still. "Yes," he whispered. Mara hesitated, then stepped closer, lowering her voice. "Elias, I didn't know how to tell you. I figured you already knew, but someone at the hospital said his name yesterday. There was a car accident." Elias's vision blurred. For a moment, the world tilted. "What? Hospital?" His voice shook violently. Mara named it. Elias didn't hear the rest. He was already grabbing his coat, his keys, rushing through the hallway with something close to panic clawing at his chest. "Elias," Mara called after him. "Are you sure you?" But he didn't answer. He couldn't. He was already running. The smell of antiseptic hit him first, sharp, cold, sterile. Elias's heart hammered against his ribs as he sprinted past the reception desk, not caring when a nurse shouted for him to slow down. He found the room number on a chart near the elevator. Room 317. He walked toward it quickly, then stopped halfway, then walked again, then froze entirely when he reached the doorway. He couldn't move. Through a narrow rectangular window on the hospital door, he saw Aiden. Aiden was lying in a hospital bed, pale against the white sheets, one arm wrapped in bandages, a bruise darkening the side of his face. His eyes were closed, chest rising shallowly beneath the thin blanket. Aiden's mother sat beside the bed, crying softly. His father stood rigidly with his arms crossed, jaw clenched like stone. The sight of them made Elias's heart twist painfully. He pressed a trembling hand against the wall to steady himself. The hallway was silent except for the distant beep of machines and the soft murmur of voices from other rooms. But inside Elias, there was a storm wild, desperate, uncontrollable. He swallowed hard, throat tight. There he was. Aiden. Broken, hurting, unconscious. And Elias. Elias could do nothing. He took a shaky breath. His hand lifted toward the door handle, fingers brushing the cold metal, and then stopped. He couldn't go in. Not yet. This wasn't his place. Not while he was still Aiden's therapist. Not while Aiden's family was inside. If they saw him, if Aiden woke up and saw him, if anyone questioned why he was here, it could destroy everything. But leaving wasn't possible either. His legs refused to move. So Elias stood frozen in the hallway, staring through the glass, heart twisting painfully with each beep of the monitor. He whispered Aiden's name, voice cracking. Aiden. He pressed his forehead gently against the cool window frame, eyes stinging. For the first time in years, Elias felt he was losing control. And he knew with terrifying clarity, if Aiden didn't wake up, he would never recover from it. This concludes Chapter 6 of Forbidden Therapy. For the first time, Elias is no longer the observer, but the one unraveling. Fear replaces control. Silence becomes unbearable. And the truth he tried to suppress finally demands to be seen. This is not about professionalism anymore. This is about love, and the terror of losing it. Thank you for listening. If you don't want to miss Chapter 7, make sure to subscribe my channel. See you next time.